Whoa.
Oh my. Oh. Ramble Radio 426, everybody. 426. 426, here we are. This is a Ramble After Dark, as you can tell.
Is. Very after dark.
Very after dark. But alt-right Cody could not be here.
It's too bad. I mean, he was, I think he's trying to
Couple
clean up the mess in Phoenix with the...
How many were there deaths or just some
like
strokes?
1,800 people died, I think. 1,800 morons who went to a fucking...
How many did 18 people have strokes or did people die?
11 people went to the hospital. I think it was 11. May have been 18 by the time it was all over and done with.
Over that guy.
Guy who said, while we're here in Texas during his speech.
Texas is, and then he tries to change. Texas is a great governor. The governor's doing a great job.
But the other guy's senile.
The other one's senile. Okay. It's not him. Come on.
Cool.
On.
That fucking liberal media bias, man.
Boy,
that fucking liberal media bias. All the companies are owned by the Murdochs, the right-wing fucking nut jobs.
Yep.
But it's the liberal bias.
It's the liberal. It's all the liberals. Jesus, it doesn't get any fucking dumber than any of these fucking Trumper conservatives. It just doesn't get any fucking dumber. Cody could not be for several reasons. But here's the thing that he did. Now,
yeah,
I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know if he's breaking his alt-right Cody-ism.
Okay.
It was alarming. If you're an alt-right Cody guy.
Yeah. And he's got his fans.
Oh.
He's got a lot of people, a lot of incels like alt-right Cody.
Oh, they love alt-right. The message he sent me, I think I didn't understand it, but he sent me a message going, do we try to make a bid for InfoWars? Should we? Do we do it? Do we take over?
Maybe we do it. Maybe we jump into InfoWars and we sort of play the game for a minute and then slowly start pumping out some left-wing ideas, some liberal ideology through the InfoWars without them knowing.
Or anything sane? You mean
kind of how some of our more popular podcasts have been infiltrated by the right-wing talking points?
Right. Just do this. Just take
but
this.
do it with the left wing.
Just introduce a little sanity to the InfoWars. That's
be interesting.
I mean, I now that he's having to sell it all off, it's. Even if they're not going to get a dime from me. Sandy Hook, they're going to get a dime from me. How'd that work out?
That worked.
They're not getting a dime for you.
A billion dimes, I think.
Yeah. Oh man, and these people. I can't believe we're going to meet these people. I hate our needs. With the fucking. Oh man. What are we going to do, Eddie? What do we do? What do we do?
We're surrounded by fools.
We really are. It's man. So did he lose the InfoWars? Is that what happened? Did Alex Jones lose?
I think he may have lost the info. There's been a declared victor in the InfoWars.
There has been a declared victor. And to think that he lost the InfoWars after boasting that children murdered in an elementary school, it was all fake.
Yeah.
It was all just here to take your guns. That's why. It was all the government.
That's why.
Said, oh, man. It doesn't get any dumber.
Does not.
There we go.
Really doesn't get any dumber.
It's amazing. It's fucking.
Because guess what? If the government wanted to take everyone's guns, they'd take everyone's guns.
They would just do it.
They wouldn't have to stage.
And you and your dipshit cousin aren't going to take them. There's no thing. I mean, it's the number one military on the planet.
Yeah.
Do you think some fucking dipshit militia in Michigan are going to be the ones to stop them?
No, but they're gonna stage a false flag event at a preschool and hire a bunch of actors. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
That's what they're gonna do instead. They'll just come and take.
We may be the dumbest country on the
planet. I don't think there's May. I don't even know if May
we are
is
the
there.
dumbest country.
I think there's no one. Look, Trump winning sealed it. To the fact that anyone likes that sealed it. Like, okay, we're the dumb. That the fact that this dumb lump of shit could get any traction anywhere, and it was right here, and he actually fucking conned enough people to win one. And then of course he's lost ever since, and they're still acting like he's going to get a landslide. It's like this guy hasn't won one fucking thing since 2016, and he didn't even win that. He didn't even win the popular vote. So what makes you think this? But they're all the waves coming. The waves coming.
The dumbest fucking people.
Sure is
on the planet.
Yeah, we're
the dumbest fucking
it
people.
Sure's coming.
And I'm related to a few of them.
Oh, same. It's fucking brutal. I had a relative post a fucking painting of Christ consoling Trump on Facebook. Give him strength. Yes, Lord, in your wisdom. Give him more pussies to grab, Lord.
Yeah, please.
Give him more women to rape in a dressing room, Lord, in your infinite wisdom.
I can see the clip where they're like, "Are you going to release the Epstein files?" He's like, "Yeah, well, okay, well, maybe that one not so much."
Because there's a lot of false things in there. So Clinton's off the hook. Is that the case? It's a lot of false things.
All that shit.
Okay,
all that's done.
So Stephen Hawking can relax.
Yeah. Where's Rogan calling that clip out?
Yeah. Where's that one?
Where's that one on? Where's that one on the Experience?
All the truth seekers.
Yeah.
All the truth seekers. It's funny. I think if you're a truth seeker, that just means you believe the dumbest shit. You can't call
You're a bullshit eater. You're a truth seeker. You're a bullshit eater.
It's like you tell them one stupid thing and they buy it. Oh, I'm here looking for the truth. Okay, Dr. Fauci's a lizard. Okay, well, there it is. Truth found. Search is over. Yeah, boy, you did it. Boy, all that.
And they're all like, "Look, Fauci belongs in prison." I'm like, really? Okay, we experienced the first global pandemic in nearly 100 years.
Yeah, and you want to get rid of the one guy,
and he was the one guy. And he say some things that were end up being mistakes or whatever, possibly. Maybe. But we were in uncharted waters, and he was just going with the best information he had at the time.
This all reminds me. Everyone says the Simpsons predicted everything. They predicted this backlash to Fauci, and the CDC in that episode when the asteroid's going to hit Springfield.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
And then all the pollution in the air caused it to turn into like a tiny pebble.
Yeah.
And nothing. And then when the crisis was averted, I don't know if you ever, it was one of the hardest I've ever laughed at The Simpsons. It was one of the best jokes I ever did. It was like Moe and Barney and a bunch of other people are in a pickup truck. And they pull up and they go, "Hey, Homer, come join us. We're going to go burn down that stinking observatory so that this never happens again." And then they just drive off.
Yeah.
That's the backlash against Fauci. It's those people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they saved us. All right, well,
I'm sorry. He recommended you wear a mask and stand 6 feet apart. I'm so sorry.
Let's go burn down that stinking observatory so that this never happens again.
Fucking idiots.
That's it. Oh, but man, boy, do we have some shit to talk at.
Ooh.
In our late night Ramble Radio, as we recap the Acolyte. Lot going on here.
Going into this show, I really didn't know what to expect.
Same.
I didn't have any expectations.
No expectations. No. I was just, please be good. That's all I think of.
Just
when
be
I watch
compelling.
any
Be
Star
something
Wars
interesting.
anything. Right.
Yeah.
Give me something.
This was the first time going into any Star Wars thing, film or TV, since A New Hope when I was like 6 years old, that I didn't know what characters I was walking into.
Well, I'll say for me, this was the first time since the Knights of the Old Republic video game. That one, that one, I was so excited to play that. And that I was just like Uncharted because we'd never seen Old Republic shit, right?
Right.
So, and I'd never, if there'd been novels or comic books, I'd never read them, So this was like, let's just see what this is, where this goes. And yeah, this was definitely, it was interesting. It was, now, spoilers galore.
Yeah. It's been out for 5 days now, 4 days.
So there is a Sith, seemingly a Sith, pulling the strings here.
Yes.
Now, the Jedi, for the first time ever, the Jedi Council kind of look like assholes. It kind of makes sense now. Like, what I really like about it. Now, and here's the thing. I really don't like prequels, right? And I really don't like how they try to connect every dot.
Yeah.
But I do like this version of it, where it's like, oh, without having to show him as a character, without having to show some story about him, this is connecting why was Qui-Gon like not cool with the council? This is connecting it for you, and that's
Yeah.
what I kind of like. Where you don't have to do such a specific thing,
Right.
Like in this, it's just we're just going to connect those dots,
It's
so you
showing
can figure out why
he was.
someone
I
like
mean,
Qui-Gon Jinn.
he was disgruntled with the Jedi Order and even more so the Jedi Council, and it even shows
Yep.
you why Count Dooku may have left the Jedi Order
Yep,
at this point.
absolutely.
And he was obviously Qui-Gon was Dooku's Padawan, so
Yep.
he would have a lot of the same feelings that Dooku had.
Wait a minute. Is Dooku the Lindsey Graham? Started off like, yeah, they're on the other side, but they're not bad. They're all right. And then what the fuck is happening?
It's the Lady G of the
That's a title. It's Count Dooku,
Lady G.
the Lady G of Star Wars.
But it shows.
It
might be.
You could make the argument.
You can make the argument. He could be
And
the Lady G.
He could be the Lady G of the. It's so. This is what's I man, because okay, let's just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
So episode 1 ends with not a cliffhanger, but who the fuck? You see the Sith, or at least the
apprentice,
the dark sword, the dark side of the Force user.
Yeah,
who is
we don't know if it's a Sith
manipulating.
Lord or Sith apprentice,
Right?
The master.
No
or the
idea.
apprentice. We don't know.
You would assume if it's played just as the master, and in this time,
Yeah.
right? But maybe
You could make that assumption.
Maybe this is a rogue Sith. Maybe this is some, you know what I mean? Maybe this is someone that no one realizes is out there.
Yeah.
But you don't know who it is. And then in episode 2, so there's some twin sister action, not the filthy kind,
Right.
But there's some twin sister action in the show.
Right.
Both of them are Force sensitive. One of them turned her back on the Jedi. The other wants payback for the Jedi, and she's taking out Jedi one by one. And I'm gonna just say this real quick. Here's my stupid prediction that will probably be completely untrue by episode 3 or 4 of this show. I think that Sith we saw with the red lightsaber, we've already seen that person. I think whoever
in
that
the
is,
show?
we've already seen in the show, and I'm boiling it down to 1 of 3 people.
Okay.
I think it's either going to be that apothecary guy, who again seems very young, but he does know the Sith mantra of like what's
there's no peace
is
or
alive.
peace is alive. Yeah.
And because the twin who's working with him is like, she repeats it, like, yes, peace is alive, kind of yeah, you say it all the time, I know. So that's the clue that he might be, right? I think the other one, even though it seems so completely no way, but I think Master Soul, because he seems too nice. He seems too forgiving and accepting of everyone. The twin who's killing people.
Yeah.
He's like, no, maybe she'll be okay. The little youngling who says, I see nothing but fire. He's like, hey, yeah, fire. There it is.
There you go. I mean, that's nice. Fire's warm.
Fire's warm. He seems almost too warm and kind about everything.
See, well,
so I don't know. And
my thing with Master Sal. Oh, go. You do your third one. Who's your third?
Yeah,
one?
my last one. The cams. The cams. Could she have faked her death?
Wow.
Could she be the one?
Carrie Ann Moss.
Because her character doesn't seem kind. Why is a Jedi of the Jedi Order just basically in some fucking Reno, Nevada,
some
shithole casino in
third-rate casino? Well,
why?
What I think is happening. Okay, those 4 Jedi. 2 are now dead, Cams and the monk that was on a vow of silence, along with Master Saul and the Wookiee.
Yeah.
They were sent. I think what happened was we get a clue that the twins had mothers, which obviously at that point, they mentioned that in the first episode. I think your mothers died.
Mothers died.
So
I heard them say mother has died.
That's was it? Mother had died? I thought it was mothers.
No, it was mother. It was mothers. But I didn't catch it because they said your mother has died.
So the mothers died. So that means, okay, these are fatherless twins. Were they created by the Force?
Right.
Which makes us think of Anakin.
Yeah.
So maybe the Jedi Council sensed some sort of disturbance in the Force. They went to get to check on what this was. There was 2 twins. And if you notice in the Acolyte title, the O is a red O and a blue O sort of overlapped with each other.
The two twins.
The two twins. Obviously,
Right.
one dark side, one light side.
Right.
So maybe they went there. They discovered, okay, one of the twins,
Right.
Oshi or whatever, is good, and May is strong with the dark side. So the Jedi were kind of like, let's take out baby Hitler at the beginning. And Master Soul was against it, but he's like, okay, well, I'm going to take the good one and train her.
Right.
And the other ones did it, and they're all filled with this regret of killing this child, or what they thought they killed a child. And now that's why the Wookiee has exiled himself to the forest planet. The monk took a 10-year vow of silence, and Cam's just went and is just hanging out in bars. Cam's?
See who's not. Who's the one
Master
not
Saul.
in hiding?
Because I think he wasn't the one. I think he was the one who had a problem with, like, let's save both of them. We can save both of them. And they were like, we can't. This one's strong with the dark.
Kill it.
So I think
what I think is he's the one who saved the evil twin in secret.
Possibly.
I
think he wanted to save them. I don't know if it's because he's a Sith Lord. I think it's just because he thinks he can save anybody through the Force.
I think the Wookiee, Cams, and the monk guy have no idea that he spared her.
Probably not.
I think that
could be true.
I think they have no idea that Saul spared her.
Right. Because you see him looking at that hologram in Jedi Temple in the first episode, and it's
I'm going to tell you, it's not the girl. The hologram is not the mechanic. What's her name? Osha.
Oshi is that, or Osha.
It's
May.
Think it's Osha. I think it's May. I think he's looking at a hologram of May, and I think
he knows she's alive. He knows.
He knew because he didn't question any of it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, no, okay." And then there was another flip when he tells May like Osha's alive or something,
and that's why he knew. That's why he knew Osha never. He's like, from the moment he was like, he didn't kill her. She didn't kill the Jedi. Because he knows who did,
and because he fucking sent her. I'm telling you,
Master,
right now.
You think Master Soul is a Sith Lord?
I think Master Soul's a Sith Lord. I think
that'd be quite the twist, because I don't see it coming. But that would be
too much of a goody two shoes, and I know they're supposed to be. But this is kind of showing how that, and I think he would be the perfect one to just set this shit in motion. Like, we are gonna fucking. Like, I mean, hey, man, we already know the council sucks at ratting out Sith. I mean, Palpatine was under their nose.
And is that why he lets the little kid who's thinking of fire just, oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Fire. He's like, I like that. Keep thinking of fire.
Work on that.
Work on the fire all these motherfuckers, honey. We're going to burn all these pieces of shit one
It'd be
day.
quite the twist. It'd be quite the Kaiser Soze twist.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm hoping. That's what that's it. I'm going to say it's.
But I've never, like, what this 2 episodes have done is, I'm like, it's weird. I've never had, like, it's got me thinking in ways I haven't thought about a Star Wars story before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is what's cool about it.
And I love that I love the Jedi are not squeaky clean in this.
No,
like
they're really like
the green chick's kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
it
makes that whole quote that Luke says in Last Jedi: "The Jedi need to die because they're organized religion and they're as corrupt as any other organized
They
Force users.
Something happened. And
the Force doesn't belong to the Jedi; it belongs to everybody.
And
that's why Luke is like, the Jedi have to die. It makes Last Jedi better,
so much better, and it's already my favorite.
And it's already up there. Like, it makes Luke like, no, this is Luke saw this. That's why Luke pulled out of the order, and he's like, I can't start another order. It's just gonna go down this path again.
It's gonna, because I almost killed my fucking nephew.
Yeah.
Because I thought, oh no, I'm doing the right thing. I have to do this.
Right. Oh my God. It's so.
But then what makes Luke turn then? At the end of Last Jedi,
the only thing
what makes him go, okay, then
I was thinking about
it.
that. The only way, I think he's thinking, the only way we can actually defeat the First Order. There's gonna be so much suffering by the First Order if they take over.
Right.
The only way to do it is to reestablish. It's like fighting evil, fire with fire. He's like, I gotta start, and maybe Rey will be able to create a better order than me. But like, that's the only reason I force projected myself to beat Kylo Ren and give her time to get away. Right. Saying he won't be the last Jedi.
That's still the best ending. That is still it's not just lifting rocks, and then that's how she gets him out of there with the lifting rocks. Yeah. Like, I love the idea that the Millennium Falcon was like the last the last piece of resistance left. I just, oh fuck, that was so good.
Great movie.
Fuck, that movie's so good. I'm thinking it's Soul. I think maybe Cam's, just because she's too. It's the Cams. You're gonna bring her in.
But
You're gonna
Cam's
bring her
also
in for 2 minutes.
Cam's also stopped that knife from going into the bartender. And basically made her die. Killed her.
True.
She sacrificed herself to save that bartender.
That's true. But why is the Cams being in 5 minutes of an episode?
I think you're gonna see some. I think we're gonna see some flashbacks throughout the rest of the
Cams?
episode. So we'll see some more Cams. I just think. I think she. That's why she was in hiding. She was there just like drinking and hanging out and probably getting.
So this is the opposite
turning tricks
of Reginald VelJohnson in Die Hard, where he shot a kid and he felt bad about it.
Yeah.
They purposely shot a kid and we're like, okay, we're just
and he pulled away. He
This is so they're all basically Powell in Die Hard. It's just
they are,
but except they have less remorse.
Right.
They're kind of happy.
Well, she didn't pull her lightsaber for a while away. Reginald didn't pull his gun until he had to.
Look at this. So, it's the same.
Reginald didn't pull that gun until he had to.
Really, I'm not as excited anymore. They're ripping off Die Hard is what they've done.
More specifically, Reginald
VelJohnson, Al Powell. They've ripped him off. Unless he's the Sith guy, then it's all forgiven.
Right.
If he plays the Sith guy, it's all forgiven.
If he's that guy on the
and he's
rock.
still dressed like a beat cop.
And he's got Twinkies.
And he's just in a beat cop uniform.
Eating Twinkies. Just fucking LAPD cop.
Oh, fuck.
Eating Twinkies.
So, man, I think it might be Soul. I think
that's interesting.
They're gonna go.
That's interesting.
I think they're just gonna go all crazy and be like, "Fuck it."
I mean, we could get a young Palpatine because if he's been training with Plagueis and Plagueis knows how to have a natural long life, as it said he's able to do, then this takes place like roughly 85 years before Phantom Menace.
Does this hurt it if the spinoff is LIL apostrophe Palps and it's just
Lil Palps? No,
just it's like young Sheldon, but with Lil Palps.
You see him going to school, becoming a senator, and living in the dorm.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what happens next.
It's not Andor.
No, it's not the level of like. I mean, I don't think the dialogue isn't as good as Andor.
The drama, nothing.
The way it looks, Andor looks so good visually,
looks so slick, and
this very much looks like you guys had, you got $8.5 million to stretch over 8 episodes. Let's see what you can do.
Have fun.
Have fun. Do whatever you want, but that's what you got. It looks like TV set, which is fine.
Ask us for more money during this.
It's fine, but it does look like a TV show.
Right.
Which is fine. It doesn't bother me.
Here's the only. Alan Moore famously left Sherlock Holmes out of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the comic book.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Am I going over my retreading here?
Crabs, right?
Crabs.
Yeah.
He left him out.
Raging crabs. He had a raging case of crabs.
Because he was like, you don't need anyone else if you have him. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, he solves everything. He's got everything.
Is that why Columbo hasn't shown up yet in this murder mystery?
Maybe. Maybe we get him episode 7. Maybe Columbo pops on with his hat. Oh, and one more thing. Because, I mean, how quick does Columbo figure this out? Dude, 30 seconds into the first
30
episode.
seconds, he knows who did it.
He knows who did it.
Fucking with him.
And he's just fucking for 6 episodes. And then he's like, one more thing. One more thing. Master Saul, one more thing.
So you were there. He's playing with his food for the next 6. Wouldn't you rather see that, though? Wouldn't you rather see Columbo just figure this out?
Just interrogating these guys. So you and the other 3 jetties, what do you call you guys? What do you guys call you?
I'm sorry, my wife.
The jetties.
My wife says jetties, Mrs. Columbo. Like it. How quick does Columbo solve this shit, dude?
They don't have to leave Coruscant. They don't have to leave Coruscant. He's like, go if you want. I'll be here. I'll be here.
Does Palpatine? How quick is he snuffed out? If Columbo's on
episode 1, he walks in. He's like, yeah, that's your Sith Lord. Oh, and one more thing. Mace, Mr. Windu, one more thing.
One more thing, Mr. Windu. He instantly figures out that's a Sith.
They're watching Qui-Gon burn, and he just walks in. He's like, one more thing.
One more thing.
Can we turn this guy down a little bit? He's smelling up the room.
Stinking up the place.
What's...
One more thing. This guy here, the senator from Naboo.
Yoda.
That's your guy.
That's your
guy.
That's your guy. The senator guy from the new...
Oh, shit. Columbo solves that motherfucker in 2 seconds.
This is your Phantom Menace right here.
Right here. Phantom Menace. Solve problem solved.
One more thing.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Oh, Columbo just runs through it. Oh, well, man. I'm excited for more Acolyte.
Me too.
I really am.
Me too.
And as excited as I am for this podcast.
Ah, yeah. Shit.
Here's the unexciting part, Eddie. I'm so sorry.
Skeletor. Just asking you. I know summer's coming up. We've had Memorial Day weekend. We just hit June here.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any plans for the summer?
Eddie, that's that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad. I'm glad that you've asked me that. You know, the big S for me, it's summer 24/7 over here. Oh man, wow!
You know, guys, he's finding out the hard way just how big that anal penis of mine is.
Anyway, you win the bet. You got me. Let me tell you, this anal cock is ripping my asshole to shreds right now, you guys. So I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted. But this is kind of a summertime thing in Eternia. Is I bring Dex over and he fucks me with his anal cock, and it hurts so good. Like, what's that song over there? Hurts so good. That's what's happening here. You make it hurt so good. Sometimes love, you know what I mean. It hurts so good. Is this anal cock that's being thrust into me. Anyway, He-Man's brother has a giant pussy. I don't even know if it's big enough to hold this cock. Probably, maybe just 2 of them.
All right.
Oh my God.
Do we need this? Jesus.
Why are they so nonchalant about?
It's so weird.
They know they're going to be on camera. Why?
It's so weird. Cinesnob.
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
There, you need
5 days a week. Patreon.com.
There it
The Roth
is.
Report.
Yep.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
Right.
Every Friday, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
Here it is. Go ahead. Do it. Come on. Show him the little parlor trick.
What do you...
You see that? That was my jizz from my anal cock. It went all the way through his body and shot out of his mouth.
Okay.
You can see me in all the same Ramble places. You can find
Yes, you can.
Eddie. Dude, Eddie, we can't do these after dark. It's too
We
much.
gotta start.
It's too
Whatever hell or high water we got to go during the day. We
something.
can't.
It's just
The after darks are too much.
God, it's just
Is this kind of like when you drink water and it goes up your nose? You know that feeling? That's what this was with these jizz, though.
Retro Rocha on
Yeah.
Kick and Twitch. I play old games. And just my name on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know where to find us. You know where to love
it.
us. So do that.
Do it.
Subscribe to the Ramble. 5-star rating. Positive text review. We will see you next week. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Take care. Until next time.